13th Burns night, and everyone gets better and better. It's so much fun, and I think the little secret to this is the third time I've done the poem tonight, and the first two were just rehearsals. This audience is going to hear the best version. All right. Now, some of you have been here in the past know that I channel the ghost of Robert Burns with the assistance of bagpipes to wake him up out of his grave on these cold wintry nights. And usually the muse is consistent, but sometimes he gets a little whimsical, and so some of these stanzas might seem familiar from previous years, and some will be original. You will be the first time unless you were downstairs. From Glasgow to the Hebrides, when Scottish bagpipes wail, and drummers drum for Robert Burns, 'tis time to drink. This is the smartest group here. 'Tis the day when all of Scotland drinks to Robert Burns, and if ye drink enough Scotch ale, old Robert's ghost returns. His ghost returns resplendent with his sporran tam and kilt, and he's been known to curse in verse should his Scotch ale be spilt. His kilt's the pride of Scotland, it bears the family tartan. He wears nothing underneath, Burns' ghost is Spartan. Although his ghost is somewhat shy, he just need lift a glass of Scotch ale, then he'll lift his kilt for every passing lass. On Burns night he eats haggis, Scotch eggs, and cockaliki, while lassies lift the laddies' kilts to sneak a little peeky. On Burns night, lads and lassies seem to lose their fear. They lose their inhibitions on this night every year. The loss of inhibition is not confined to youth, and so it was that Mark McGuire finally told the truth. He said that he'd used steroids and shook the world of sports. Burns' ghost, while in his grave, learned of these reports. The ghost was truly outraged and said, "McGuire is wrong. A laddie doesn't need these drugs to make his body strong. Whiskey, haggis, and Scotch ale are all the laddie needs for him to toss a caber and do other manly deeds. All those silly drugs are just a bloody waste. Scotch ale builds strong bodies and has superior taste." Scotsmen love their sports. As many people know, the Scots invented golf 500 years ago. They'll play a round of golf out upon the links, then hit the 19th hole for a round of drinks. The ghost said, "Tiger Woods must have Scottish blood. That lad's a world-class golfer and a world-class stud." His appetite can rival the most priapic Scot. His girlfriends and his wife are all extremely hot. Mrs. Woods, it's clear, is spirited and sassy. She also is a most unforgiving lassie. She too is good at golf. Her technique is classy. She had a perfect backswing when she hit it with the brassy. She hit it with the driver, a wedge, and putter too. She always kept her head down and always followed through. She used all 14 clubs before she was finally done. She hit his head as if it were a Titleist Pro V1. Mrs. Woods' swing is one we can't admire. No one has more power, not even Mark McGuire. Finally, the ghost had one more thing to say. My advice to Tiger is stay out of her way. On that note, Burns' ghost gives us all a wave, downs his beer and says it's time to head back to my grave. With these parting words, he fades into the night. The ghost of Robert Burns has vanished from our sight. Now I ask you all to join me in a toast to the spirit of tonight, Robert Burns' ghost. In his lifetime, he enjoyed many pleasures without guilt. Let's raise a glass to one who raised our spirits and his kilt. Thank you.